Hi, this is Andrew from EPAR. Today we're going to talk about the user dashboard. Topics covered in this video are messages, tasks, training, information, meetings, plant competency, and the mobile experience. So to get started, we'll jump into the program and have a look at the dashboard here. So this is our example golf club we've set up for testing and watching these tutorial videos. What I've done is gone in and sent a few messages and tasks and things like that to myself so that we can go through this tutorial and I can show you what each of these means. So the dashboard itself is the first thing you see when you log in. And what it's designed to do is to tell you what you need to do within the system. So if you've got any of these items that need attention. I might just show you quickly the mobile experience. Now to do that, you can actually shrink the browser screen, and what you'll start to see is the program responding to the size of the screen. So as we shrink it down a bit further, so you've got a breakpoint there where it collapses. So this is showing you what it looks like on a mobile phone, for example. So another way to do that is to have a look at your browser, open up phone viewer, and you'll be able to see what it's like with the phone or with the device like that. So here you can sort of change devices around to see what it looks like, say on an iPad. You got a pretty good view there. So the system performs and responds well to your mobile device. So you sort of get the same experience across all different devices. So we might just close out of that and we can go through what each of these mean. So messages, as I've explained in previous videos, if you get a new message, it shows up here in your dashboard, it'll shine up red, and then you click on view, and then the message content opens up in the pane on the right. Hi Fred, this is a new message. Okay, that's fantastic. When any of these elements here on the dashboard get some activity, so you either get sent a message or a task or training, what you'll get is an email notification as well, which looks like this. So this email here is related to the new message that we've just looked at here. Okay, new message. So that's pretty straightforward. Now tasks, to go into the task, so here Fred's been assigned a task. He needs to go and check that all emergency lighting is working. Okay, so he's going to go and do that job. And then he'll open here to complete the task. So he goes, okay, full description of the task here. Complete a walkthrough of the clubhouse and check that all emergency lighting is working. Please log a hazard report for any found not working. So Fred's going to go and do that task, and then he's going to put in his description of work completed here. So let's put that in. Task as requested, all lighting found to be working. Okay, date complete. We've done that today, and we can submit that. So as you're sort of starting to see here, once you complete something on your dashboard, the counter responds. So what was one task outstanding is now none because it's completed. But what you do get is access to a few of the last tasks that you've done, just as a bit of a reference point. So here we've got a training item we need to do. Now training is a little bit different. Training here indicates only to the user that they need to complete the senior first aid certificate. Now back end, the user can't actually take this off their dashboard. They can't, complete the task or view the message or anything like that. What needs to happen is this is just an indication to them to say this needs to be completed. To go about doing that is going to do the course, completing the certificate, and then handing your certificate into the supervisor, and then back end through Training Manager. If they've got administrator access, they can go into Training Manager and then update the training from there. So they can go through, update training. Now select the user, Fred Smith, next. And then they're going to say he's accomplished his senior first aid certificate and he completed the certificate today, or that's when the certificate was given or shown to them. Submit that. And now what we'll see is on the dashboard, that training item's gone away. Okay, so that's the only way to get that off the dashboard, is to go and complete the certificate, go and talk to your supervisor, and then the administrator can take it off your dashboard. It's generally there as just a reminder. And now the information items, now these are interactive. So these are documents within the system that get assigned to the user. Okay, so at the moment, it indicates that they need to be reviewed, and that review is incomplete. So let's look at the golf cart use SOP. All right, so that's going to open up in the new browser tab, and here is where the user gets the opportunity to review the procedure. So they can go through, read the procedure. Okay, that's fantastic. Now, the system knows when the user's actually interacted with the document. Okay, so you'll see that it went from incomplete to submit. Okay, so now that it's submit, you can go and submit. Here's an agreement to say that basically you've read and understood the information and you accept this agreement and you're going to follow whatever information was sent to you as you should. So then you sign here. So let's do a signature for Fred. Okay, they're not a great signature. Let's try and do that one again. So this is, I'm trying to do this with the mouse. It's much easier with your finger on like a mobile device or something like that. So let's just put that in there. Okay, agree. Now you'll see that counter's gone back to 1 because we've completed this one. So much like training, you've got a reference point here just to view that document whenever you need to, if you need to refer to it later on. All right, meetings. Now meetings is where you've been invited to attend a meeting. So you click on meeting view here, and then you can see the details associated with that meeting here. So it's a monthly safety meeting. The meeting date is on the 11th. It's in the Clubhouse Lounge, and the meeting host is Fred Smith. So you're the meeting host in this case. Now, as the meeting host, you've got a little bit more functionality because you can actually go through and tick who was in attendance and whether or not the meeting was complete. So you can select the date that you had the meeting and whether or not it was complete or not. So in this case, we'll say yes and we'll submit it. And that's done. So back end in meetings, I'll just point out that you can go into Meeting Manager here, and then you'll see here inactive meeting. So this is the meeting that we've just completed. So we can go into that and then upload files associated with that meeting. So if we took minutes with the meeting, we've written all them down, we can scan that in and then upload the meeting minutes in there, okay? So back into plant competency. So this one is very similar to training in the way that it's an indication to the user that they need to get assessed in their competency to operate this item of equipment here. So in this case, it's a golf cart. I'll just use this one for an example. So you can't really go in and assess yourself as competent on an item of equipment. It involves another person. So for that process to happen, you need to go through a plant competency assessment, and somebody needs to assess you as competent. I'll do a follow-up video on this in a later video, just to go through this process in a lot more detail. Okay, so we'll keep that one pretty quick. So in this video, we covered the messages, tasks, training. We went through all the information items, the meetings, plant competency, and we touched on the mobile experience and how the system responds to your device size. So as always, thanks for watching. If you've got any feedback about the video, please get in touch with us, info@epar.com.au. And as always, please let us know if you want to see more videos about specific features, or if there's anything more you want to learn about Connect. We're happy to create some videos and teach everyone how to use every aspect of the system. So thanks. I'll see you next time.